Welcome back, everyone. It's time to do the review for this week's episode of My Adventures with Dragon Ball Z, Invincible, She-Ra, and Superman. Yeah, it'll all make sense after the intro. So we're back. And yeah, I know you're confused about the whole Dragon Ball Z, Invincible, She-Ra, and Superman thing. But don't worry. As I go through this episode, I'm going to explain exactly why I have to call it all of that, because it's all crammed in there into one. So let's dive into it. We start off with Lois and Clark meeting up at the Daily Planet, and apparently things are a little strained between them because they haven't been able to talk much lately, and by lately I mean one day. Literally one day. Because after Lois had her father stay at Clark and Jimmy's place, which is just weird, considering the fact that, he was the guy who captured and tortured Superman, aka Clark. But no, once again, let's do it because, and boy, does Lois show herself in this episode. So as we go along, Perry pulls them into his office, and he wants them to cover this most eligible bachelor thing that's happening there, all of that and whatnot. And then in comes Vicky Vale. Not Vicky Vale, sorry, Cat Grant. Why saying Vicky Vale? Cat Grant. And I mean, what they've done to Cat Grant in this is just downright criminal. She looks like a mannequin with a wig on, for one. And they've turned her into this ambulance chasing, gossip, wanting, nose to the sidewalk kind of type of reporter, if you would. And boy, are people stupid in this thing. But all these people are reporters. But it's really, really embarrassing. I mean, she literally has no integrity. She just she wants to cover this event because that's what she usually does. And the reason why Perry wants the two of Lois and Clark to do it is because Superman has been named one of the eligible bachelors this time around. So, it's for some children's hospital. So, oh yeah, get ready for a whole bunch of drama-filled shit that nobody asked for, because that's what's going to happen. So yeah, they want to do all of this, and they go out there and they're really happy about this. And I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to say this because I think it needs to be said. In this look they have for Lois in this episode makes her look like a 12-year-old boy. I mean, really makes her look like a 12-year-old boy. I don't know. The whole tomboy Lois Lane thing everybody thought was really cute before and all kind of thing. It just kind of, I don't know, like it running course. No, it's just not there anymore, but whatever. So yeah, so she wants to make sure that so Lois wants to make sure that nobody will find out that Clark is really Superman. So what she basically tells him is that he can't do anything to jeopardize that. We'll get to that in a little bit as well. Cat Grant talks Lois into taking her with her to the event because, like I say, her whole thing is just this weird gossip reporter type thing. And why is Lois shorter than everybody? It's like really weird. She's like literally barely 5 feet tall. If you really look at her, it's just, I don't know. Really don't know what that's what they're doing. So then we get introduced to Android 18. Sorry, I mean Kara, who looks exactly like Android 18. I mean, like, look at this comparison. Right down to the outfit, looks exactly like, which brings me to my first question. Where did she get these clothes? Like, really, where did she get these clothes? Did she rob somebody? Is this what she normally wears? I mean, she come from space, so where did she get these clothes? And by now, you pretty much realize where this episode is going. You understand? You kind of realize where this episode is going. But, we get introduced to Android 18. I'm sorry, I mean Kara, right? And Jimmy is trying to avoid or trying to find a way to talk to Clark to apologize to him. And I'm like, what do you have to apologize for? All you have to tell him is, listen, I just told Luther to take charge of his life and not wait for any handouts. That's it. You understand me? I had no idea he was going to go and start some Earther for Earthlings crap. It's nothing for you to apologize. It's not necessarily like you encouraged him to do it or anything like that. But this is the kind of lame tension that they keep wanting to try and build, and it just falls very, very short. It's not good at all. Really not good at all. So yeah. So after Kara almost gets hit by a truck, Jimmy pulls her out of the way, and just allow me to take this moment to say this, people. Yes, they re-swapped Jimmy. Yes, they turned him into a waste of space, but he is not gay. Because he sees Kara and he's like, smitten with her and thing. And I'm like, okay, they didn't take one of the three main people of the show and decide to do that. Yes, they re-swapped him. Yes, it's still stupid, but still. I'm just saying. So she tells Jimmy that she's looking for somebody, and he says he's going to help her because that's what, because he's, like I say, he's really smitten and thing. He sees Clark and he's trying to avoid him because he doesn't want to talk and stuff. So he takes Android 18, Kara away with him. Clark uses his X-ray vision and sees them and realizes that Jimmy is trying to avoid him. So we get back to Cat Grant and Lois, and I mean seriously, but they really make Cat Grant look like some cheap floozy, but and Cat Grant is all, we both know Superman's secret, and Lois is sweating bullets. And what's the secret? That Superman is clearly interested in one of the other finalists that's on the panel. And she thinks that she's going to use this to uncover Superman's secret identity. How is that going to uncover Superman's secret identity? It really doesn't make any kind of sense, but that's her whole thing. So she's convinced that Superman has a secret identity, even though Lois is like, why isn't he Superman all the time? And she's like, oh, ever see Superman picking up groceries, which is actually a good point, but still, I'm just saying, that's what's going on. So Lois takes Clark outside and immediately tells him that Cat is trying to figure out who Superman is. So they can't do anything to draw attention to themselves. He has to act like he is completely single and not that another is with anybody. So he tells her that, so I can't tell anybody that I'm in love with this courageous, gorgeous reporter, and she's all giggly and just like, no, you can't do that. You have to act like you're completely single, right? She's the one telling him, act like he's completely single, act like he's completely detached and everything. But I make that point clear, she's telling him to do this. So of course it's going to go wrong. Meanwhile, Jimmy and Android 18, Kara, go to this ice cream shop, and she spots ice cream for the first time, so he buys some for her, and when she tries it, she's immediately happy and scarfs down all the ice cream and thing, be happier and all of this. And she tells him that she's looking for her cousin, and she needs to find him because he's the only person like her, and think that she needs to do all of this and whatnot. So he's he'll be happy to help her. And then we get to this competition that they have with the eligible people who are there. And the thing about it is that one of them is Hank Henshaw, right? The other one is some they, them, something or another. Then we get to this woman here, some Indian woman who apparently is some kind of archer and some other thing like that. Yeah, this is the they, them there and whatnot. And then we get to the last woman, some silver something, and she's looking for Superman, but he isn't there. Clark leaves, changes into Superman, and shows up. And once he's there, they ask if anybody has any questions for any of their human guests. Nobody. Anybody has questions for Superman? Everybody has questions. Superman is answering them and all of that. You could tell Silver something or another is into him. Okay, no problem there. Yes, she's all touching his arm and all kind of thing and whatnot. And she tells him that she does a lot of charity work and stuff, and he's intrigued. He wants to help and all of this. Yeah, and you could tell she's really digging him. Like, I mean, really, really digging him. And they're talking, and then this weird thing happens with Hank Henshaw. I mean, like, I know he's supposed to be Cyborg Superman, but this really weird thing happens where he just gets up and is all like, oh, I have a question for Superman. Why are you constantly putting our city in danger? Why are you causing all of this destruction and thing and all of this nonsense? And I'm like, you've never met Superman. Superman has never met you. You only really saw him up close once at Star Labs. That was it. Where is all the hate coming from? I mean, I understand that he is now working with Waller and Luther, and they're all a bunch of sycophants, but it's like it just comes out of nowhere. They're trying to act like, there's this thing about it. I mean, if before, what happened with how he became Cyborg Superman? It was messed up. He was an astronaut, when Doomsday came, all the time and stuff happened, and then, he got changed and all that. Okay, fine. He had sort of a reason to be somewhat pissed. Okay, we get that. But this just comes out of nowhere. It's like, Superman is a menace, I hate Superman, all of this drama. And then Silver, I don't think we're going to call her Silver, I don't remember her name of her, but Silver, she gets up and defends Superman, and she actually says the gods on his shoe. She's like, don't you remember when Superman saved us from that 40 or 60 foot monster that was attacking the city? Yes, that's what Ivo turned into because he's a lunatic. And she's literally telling him that, Superman has done so much thing and he saved people. And you're up and I'm like, yeah, okay. All right, she's doing that. You understand me? Yeah, you could tell she's into Superman and she's defending him. All right. Why in God's name isn't Lois doing that? No, that's, I don't know, something or another. But, I get it. And she's correct. I mean, don't get me wrong. The way this is going, probably like in an episode or two, she might change. She might and decide to jump on the I hate Superman bandwagon. Or she might stay, a Superman fan. No problem, I enjoy that. But I'm just saying, she speaks the honest truth. Superman has not done anything to anybody. He's literally been trying to save people all this time. And you just don't like the man because you're an asshole. That's really the only reason for it. And she's telling him, Superman saved the city and all that. Bam. And she lets it have it. And then he's all like, oh, you may have the masses fool Superman, but those of us who matter know who you really are. Earth is for earthlings. And I'm like, that shouldn't tell Superman something that, he's clearly working with, Luther and Waller, something there. But once again, like I said, these people are all idiots. And he just storms off and leaves. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then, Cat Grant is all who she has a scoop now and all of that. So Jimmy and Android 18, I'm sorry, I mean Carp. You know what, I'm going to say Android 18 because that's clearly what's going on here. Out and about having things, she kicks a football at some kid center off into space. Jimmy doesn't see it, and she's buying stuff and eating all over the place, just like how She-Ra in Princess of the Power was doing, what she was buying stuff and eating out pretty much everything. Yeah, that's a reference right there. The Android 18 thing from Dragon Ball Z, and now she's eating out also that stuff just like She-Ra. Right? And Jimmy is spending more money again. He's down to 2 million and change. Started off with 5 million, he's down to 2 million and change. Because I'm telling you, he's going to be broke by the end of this season. I am telling you, he's going to be broke by the end of the season because that is what they are putting this up to be. He must be broke by the end of this season. So yeah, and she is having a fantastic time, enjoying herself, never better and all of this stuff. And I think all of this, of course, we all know that's going to go to hell, but still, yeah. And they're enjoying themselves there. And then, Cat is there about how, Silver, something or another, has to be the one that Superman is dating and stuff because she's clearly into him and they're all, they get along, so everything. And Lois is beyond jealous, right? When Silver was flirting with Superman, she was damn well jealous of it, even though she was the one who told him, you have to act like you're single, unattached, everything. Now, I could understand that you would be a little jealous when you see your significant other being hit on by somebody. I could understand that. I could understand that. Not a problem. I could understand that. But it gets to a point now where it's absolutely ridiculous. Because when Cat Grant is telling that, Superman and Silver will make this great couple and, they are all going and they could be together, I think, she literally blurts out, what about me? Why can't I be with Superman? I'm the one who broke this story. I'm the one, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why in God's name would you say that? Why? Why the hell would you say that? You're literally trying to ruin the man's entire secret identity right there. You're trying to ruin it because, no, you are jealous, petty individual. That's what you are, jealous and petty. Because this is what they keep doing. And then, so Cat Grant laughs and then tells her, listen, we're reporters. We're on the outside looking in. These people have glamorous lives that we could never be a part of. They're all billionaires and successful. And she talks about how, the least successful person on that on that panel climbed Mount Everest 6 times. We can never be like them. Superman and them are out of our reach. And Lois is all worried about it, like, maybe, and you see, what that brings me back to? Those idiots that they did, the League of Loises, which is a bunch of absolute nonsense. Because when they came and they were like, of all the Loises in all the multiverse, she is the worst one because all the others have made great accomplishments and she's done nothing. Once again, multiverse ruining something again. But this is what I'm talking about. Why? Why would you need to do that? Why do you need to go and act like this? Lois Lane. That's what happens when they screw up these things. And Lois Lane is Lois Lane. That's what makes her special. Not about, no, because she's Lois Lane, she's special. That's it. She's a reporter. She's badass. She's sexy. She's sexy. She's amazing. She knows these things. When you make her look like a 12-year-old boy, constantly have mood swing problems, be a complete utter pain in the neck, what do you expect to happen? Because they cannot write these female protagonists to be themselves or people anymore. This is what you keep getting. So yeah, she tells her these facts, and then Jimmy and Android 18 go to the top of the Daily Planet and talk, and for some reason Jimmy is sitting on the literal edge of the roof. And I'm wondering why there aren't railings up there to protect people, since the planet is now hiring children. Do you want one of them to go up on the roof and try to be Superman and jump off? I mean, Lois jumped off. So why wouldn't one of your child hires do it? But whatever. So, all through it, Android 18 is talking about how, she has some domineering father and she needs to do certain things. Yeah, we see where this is going. So, yeah, she's into him, he's into her. You could clearly see that. So, he takes her to go and see where Superman is. And she comes in there and she's all the loud noises and the flashing lights. And I'm like, you spent all day all over Metropolis doing all kind of things, trying to tell me some flashing lights and people chewing their food bothering you? Oh my God. So yeah, Superman is there and she realizes that Superman is her cousin who she's looking for. And when Jimmy turns around and see that she literally crushed this metal railing, he realizes, yeah, okay, something's wrong there. And who wins the most eligible bachelor? Superman. And when Silver gives him a kiss, Lois gets unbelievably jealous, starts to cry and run out. So Android 18, aka Kara, goes to talk to him, but he needs to go after Lois, so he kind of blows her off. Oh, that's not. I know she's all, ooh, I'm steaming and angry, even though you spent all day running around with Jimmy, pretending to look for him. But once again, that's what we got. So he goes to see Lois, and we get this absolute cringe moment from Lois, and that literally cements what I've been talking about when it comes to women. She's unfreaking unbelievably selfish. So Superman goes to her and he's like, what's wrong? Did I do something wrong? And she's about, this is what's wrong. Everything doesn't make sense. Still tell her about how, what happened with her dad and the job offer. He asked her what job offer, and she's Vicky Vale offered her the number 2 position in Gotham, and he's like, why didn't you tell me? Because we never talked anymore. It's been like 2 days. But no, and she just keeps going on about how, all of this is going on, and maybe these other people are good enough for you, maybe I'm not, everybody leaves me, everybody leaves me, first my dad, and all others, maybe that's Mr. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Really, what in God's name is wrong with you? Somebody in my comments actually told me she was going to do this in this episode. I was like, yeah, I don't doubt that, and that's what's going on. Absolutely listen to everything, and then she's all like, this doesn't make sense, and he's like, are you breaking up with me? I tell you, it's like everything with this woman is what get me vexed. Everything, me, I, me. You are unbelievably selfish from the very first season to now. Unbelievably selfish. You basically had your father who tortured Superman moving with him because you say so. He's trying to find his cousin, because she's the only other person with him. That's not important to you. Maybe you shouldn't follow this, because no, what he wants isn't important, but no, you and your daddy issues need to take precedence. And she's all, what? Oh, my father left me because you would have been killed, idiot. How were you going to survive? Why sending superpowered nutcases after your father that want to murder him and anybody close to him, aka you? But all you think about is yourself. That is it. That's all she ever thinks about. My God, but what an unbelievably selfish pain in the ass she is, boy. We think about nobody but yourself, and then when anybody calls you out for it, you get upset because we just want to sit here alone and continue to do this nonsense non-stop. Oh yeah. And then Kara rips the doors off and she's all, oh, I'm angry, you're doing this, look at this prison you're in, oh, this world has made you weak. Or the Kryptonian Empire. And you see, this is the problem when you turn Krypton into an empire. You understand me? It's no longer about Krypton, a world of science and all of this something. No, it basically turns into the flicking Viltrumite Empire. That's what it is. And oh, shockingly, another family member showed up to beat the shit out of somebody because they want them to join their empire. Where have we seen that before? So yeah, she's all talking about, yes, this world has its distractions, but you've been made weak by it. You spent all day eating ice cream, hot dog, you name it, having a fun old time with Jimmy to put somebody weak. Oh, woman, please. So yeah, he realizes who she is, tries to talk her down, She ain't having any of that changes into her Kryptonian battle armor, guess you could call it, and then start slapping him around. Because that's what happens. He doesn't want to put people in danger, so he goes outside and they have this big fight where, once again, a alien woman from an empire is beating the shit out of someone. Where have we seen that before? Okay, she's not as bad as this bitch, but I'm just saying, where have we seen that before? Yep, she wants the thing and he doesn't want to put people in danger and all of this, trying to talk to her, that's not happening. And then this part actually happens, right? She fires, and what does she fires her heat vision at him, and what does he do? Fire a blast of energy from his mouth. Where have we seen that before? Yep, this show is just stealing from everybody at this point. Literally from everybody at this point. Yeah, so he fires that, and this whole time, this robot thing that Kara is in communication with is watching. And when the robot sees her, record this of him firing that, he tells her to bring Kal-El to him. Now, this robot thing is most likely Brainiac. And we're gonna get this whole Brainiac lied to her, all this kind of nonsense. Because she's gonna have to turn good eventually. But right now she's kicking his ass. And once again, like I say, he's firing blasts of energy out of his mouth. Because that's what happens. And when that does, causes snow and all kind of thing to fall landing, because that's what's going on. They end up outside in the out in the countryside. She's beating him. She uses her tech to enhance her heat vision, which ends up blasting him back. And then she ends up, once again, kicking his ass and capturing him. Oh, look, he's getting captured again. Didn't that happen last season? Why, yes, it did happen last season. Okay, I'm guessing I'm not wrong then. Yeah, Jimmy and Lois are in a helicopter coming after them because apparently they figured they could do something. Once again, Jimmy wasting more money, and she takes him away. And there it is. There it is. So that's what I'm talking about, people. We got Dragon Ball Z. We got Invincible. We got She-Ra, Princesses of Power, and we got some Superman all wrapped up into this, while Lois proved to everybody she's the world's best high-class bitch. Yeah. I'm going to give this episode a 2 out of 5, mainly because Kara looked like Android 18, and I happen to like Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z. That's about it. But other than that, another waste of time episode. I will say, however, that I will also add the Silver Woman to this because she was actually very interesting and nice, and in fact, she stood up for Superman. Good on that. Rest of this, bunch of drama-filled love nonsense that nobody asked for, and Superman got his ass kicked by a Viltrumite and taken away. Yep, that's what happens. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. You're notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.